exhausting exchanges. Watching someone land clean punch after clean punch, only to see the giant barely react, was its own kind of horror. It drained confidence. It made fighters question their power, their plan, and eventually their will. And that's when things got dangerous. Exhaustion set in. Technique broke down. Hands dropped. One mistake became all it took. This is where so many of those legendary finishes came from, not clean strategy, but accumulated chaos, finally exploding into a conclusion. The commentary from those fights reflects it perfectly. Voices raised, sentences unfinished, disbelief spilling through every call. Even seasoned announcers sounded like fans again, reacting in real time to something they couldn't fully process. They weren't narrating history. They were surviving it alongside everyone else. As the years passed, commissions tightened rules and promotions matured. Matchmaking became smarter, safer, and more sustainable. Fighters became better conditioned, better coached, and better protected. The sport evolved, and in many ways it had to. But when you look back at this era, there's an undeniable rawness that modern combat struggles to recreate. It wasn't polished. It wasn't always fair. Sometimes it wasn't even sane. But it was honest in a way that's hard to fake. You watched because you felt like you were witnessing something that could only happen once. No rematches carefully planned. No guarantees. Just two people, wildly mismatched or perfectly disastrous, colliding in front of a stunned audience. That's why these moments still circulate today. Grainy footage, blown-out audio, shaky cameras. And yet they feel more alive than many high-definition fights ever could. They remind us of a time when combat sports flirted openly with madness, when curiosity outweighed caution, and when giants fell just as hard as everyone else. And as we move deeper into these stories, one thing becomes clear. This wasn't just about size or strength. It was about risk. Fighters, promoters, and fans all accepted it together. They knew they were watching something dangerous, something unscripted. And that shared understanding made every second hit harder. Because in that era, nothing felt guaranteed. Not dominance, not safety, not even survival. And that's